What is up, everybody? So I want to go over Colin Cowherd's herd hierarchy, his top teams of the NFL right now in Week 16. Give my thoughts, give my reaction on what he has to say. I enjoy watching Colin. He's probably one of my favorite, if not my most favorite, sports talkers out there. So let's see what he has to say and see where I agree or disagree.
Number 10.
Well, they've won 11 games, and they're 10-0 in games decided by a score. The Vikings. Their defense stinks. But Kirk Cousins leads the NFL with 7 fourth-quarter comebacks. There is value in playing well late. There is value in coming from behind and value in winning close games. 11-3 in the National Football League, you are a good football team. They do not have the defensive ability to blow people out. They got to win shootouts. But the Vikings are at 10.
I like that because I feel like the Vikings aren't a top 5 team. I think even though they're 11-3, they've won lots of close games, which when you've experienced that so many times in the season to come from behind as they did against the Colts, they know they can win close games. When the playoffs come around, obviously that's very important. So they know they can get it done, which is valuable, but still they haven't dominated many games.
9.
I think the Lions are a real deal here. 3-game winning streak, and what I'm really noticing,
Detroit?
Jared Goff, 6 straight games without a pick.
That's
Nobody's
pretty
getting
good.
to him. When Jared Goff is comfortable, he's a top 10, 12 quarterback in this league. Goff has not taken a sack in back-to-back games.
Wow.
Okay, the Jets couldn't get to him. This offensive line and these weapons are the real deal. They can win low scoring. They can win a shootout. I would take them today against the Vikings if they met again. Detroit at 9.
Number
They are a little
8.
dangerous.
I love the Jaguars. I don't think Dallas plays.
Jaguars at 8. I like the Jaguars. I like what they've done the past few weeks. They played some very close games, beat the Cowboys last week. That was fun to see. Personally, though, if I had to grade it, I would have the Jaguars behind both the Lions and the Vikings because personally, I would rather, like being a Packers fan, who would I like to face the least? It would probably be Lions, then Vikings, and Jaguars personally. But I feel like they're sort of close, though, with the way the Jaguars have been playing recently.
Played poorly. This is a real team. Trevor Lawrence is the best quarterback in the league since Week 9. Now, they lost Cam Robinson, the left tackle, or I'd probably have them a spot higher. That's a big deal.
It is fun to see these young quarterbacks start to get a lot better. You know, with Trevor Lawrence now not being with Urban Meyer, he's been playing great in his second year, dominating recently.
Backside now, they didn't have a great offense to begin with. They can't lose their best offensive lineman, but this kid's the real deal. Since Week 9, 70% completion percentage. Not always, by the way, with great protection. Jags at 8.
Number 7.
Dallas would beat them if they played again neutral
The
field,
Cowgirls.
in my opinion. 3 of the 4 losses by the Cowboys have come on the road this year. The Green Bay one's close. This is close. 10 straight games rushing for over 125 yards. I think that's the story. I think they found their run game. Boy, could Buffalo use this run game.
Honestly, I just do not trust the Dallas Cowboys. Yes, they have a solid record, but there's been so many games where it's like, should you really be playing like this? Losing after being up against the Packers, losing after being up against the Jaguars. I sort of feel like it could be like last year where the first round they come in, they put up a dud, and are exited from the playoffs. I just don't trust the Cowboys whatsoever.
Now, Dak is throwing more interceptions. Well, some would argue this offensive line's a work in progress. And after C.D. Lamb, who's a very good receiver, a clear number 1, they don't have a ton on the perimeter. But I think Dallas is just outside of the Super Bowl bubble. I have them at 7.
Number 6.
Buy Miami Dolphins stock. They outplayed Buffalo
Buy the stock after this week once they lose to the Packers on Christmas Day.
in lousy weather. This is a good team. They're not a Super Bowl winning team. But like Dallas, they can beat anybody, especially at home. Their defense isn't great, but it's been banged up for a good chunk of the year. Tua's got his limitations. Okay, against good defenses, he completes under 60% of his throws. That's why I compared him to Tebow. He is great with a defense in a run game.
I miss Tim Tebow in the NFL, man. Those were the days.
But at home this weekend against the Packers so-so defense, he'll light it up. Miami, do not sell your stock. They're going to make the playoffs. I have them at 6.
I do think Packers definitely have a so-so, if not bad defense. We play well against the Rams. Against Tua, the Packers offense is going to need to put up many points. Points on points on points, 30, 40-plus points if we can manage it, because I don't trust the Packers defense consistently stopping Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle. The Bills couldn't consistently stop Jalen Waddle and Tyreek Hill. So the Packers, who have been destroyed at times, I'm a little worried on that front for the Packers defense this Sunday, but I think it's going to be an all-time Aaron Rodgers performance. I very much hope I'm right.
Number 5.
The Bills. Now the Bills are better, but
5,
they were
okay.
schemed and for
5.
big chunks of that game outplayed at home in bad weather. That should have come on. Miami going up in a blizzard, that thing should be over at half. 3 losses have come by a combined 8 points. What concerns me is they're not always good situationally, and they're highly dependent on Josh Allen to save the day. It's got a Chargers feel to it. Allen's the second quarterback in league history with 50-plus wins and 130 touchdown passes over his first 5 seasons. That's the good news.
I think with Josh Allen needing to save the day, the fact that you have Josh Allen, the way he plays, the way he comes back, that's why I probably rank him higher. Maybe 2, maybe 3, but let's finish
the other
off.
guy's Patrick Mahomes, who was ahead of him.
Number 4.
The Niners. I mean, does it even matter who plays quarterback?
They are good.
They have 8 wins by over 10 points, most in
Imagine how good they'd be with Jordan Love at QB, though.
the NFL. Number 1 scoring defense. And by the way, since they lost to the Chiefs, they're 7-0. Doesn't matter who plays quarterback. They are the most talented team in the league. They have Pro Bowlers in every single unit. D-line, O-line, running back with McCaffrey, receiver, tight end, safety, linebacker. They may have 2 and corner. They're just really good. You don't have to love them at quarterback. Anybody notice the record of teams the week after they play San Francisco? Watch how beat up they are. They literally beat you up physically, and teams the following week struggle to cover and win.
I honestly love Brock Purdy coming in there, 7th round draft pick, balling out. It's been a fun story to follow, and I hope they keep it up until the Packers hopefully can knock them out if we make the playoffs. But they knocked us out last year.
Number 3.
Anyways,
The Chiefs. Here's what worries me.
3. Okay.
Opposing quarterbacks this year, and there's been a lot of dogs, have a passer rating over 99 against the Chiefs. Why does that worry me? Because they may face Josh Allen and Joe Burrow. Or in the first round, who knows, they could face the Chargers and Justin Herbert. We know Mahomes is unbelievable. There's an argument to be made. He's underrated. I mean, what did he complete? 19, 20 straight throws against an NFL team Sunday? It's insane how good he is. He is separated from the world. Only Burrow's situational greatness is in his class.
Number 2.
Okay.
The Eagles
at 2.
O-line, D-line, it's amazing. Now, Jalen Hurts is out. That's why I take him out of the number.
I honestly think I may put the Bills, Chiefs, and 49ers ahead of the Eagles. I would rather face the Eagles than those teams. Just because when you face a guy like a Josh Allen who can turn it up at any moment, same with Patrick Mahomes. And then the thing about the 49ers is just their defense is scary. And, so I think I put the Eagles behind those.
Number 1
So
spot.
5.
And I do think sometimes
4.
they're reliant on Jalen Hurts' feet more than his arm. That concerns me. Their defense, though, the NFL best pass defense, best yards per play defense. They're a handful, man. It's just hard to move the ball. It was shocking for many that Chicago even stayed close with extra prep and a good coaching staff. Philly at 2.
Number 1.
I think Cincinnati's the best team in the league. I've been on this for 7 weeks. Situationally, best team in football.
I like Cincinnati at number 1. He just has that it factor. We saw it last week against the Buccaneers, down 17, doesn't phase him whatsoever, comes in there, leads them back to the victory. And I think coming in the playoffs, I think there's going to be some very close games against the Bills, against the Chiefs. But I do like Joe Burrow. I would have to agree with Colin to put the Bengals up there, honestly.
6-game winning streak. Burrow now has time to throw. He's completing 70% of his throws. I don't see a lot of weaknesses here. They were totally flat against Tampa on the road, a decent team, and came roaring back. They have 2 running backs, 3 receivers, tight end. Now Burrow's getting protection. Defense doesn't have stars, but usually schemes brilliantly at half and shuts you down. Cincinnati, by a nose, best team in the league.
All right, so that is that. Thank you so much for watching. You want to see more NFL content, reaction videos like this, feel free to subscribe to the channel down below. But overall, I agree with lots of what he said. I did make the notes of the things that I would sort of switch around there. I still think the Bengals, I honestly would put them up there. I would put the Eagles behind the Chiefs, and the Bills particularly. But thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys have a Merry Christmas, and I'll see you guys next time.